Clara has given the daughter the best advice. No matter what, stand for the truth. When I'm wrong, scold me. Running to your parents to apologize when you are wrong can only bring peace to that environment. But I'm glad that Jonathan has also discovered that if he decides to follow Emeka's advice, hunger will finish him in the house because Clara does not have his time. Right now, he does not even have a job. If he decides to start skipping meals, he will be the one to suffer for it, obviously. Jonathan almost lost it, especially when Hank's secretary said, Clara especially took her time to prepare this meal for you. He was almost losing it because the only thing he wants from Hans is to stay away from the wife. But Hans is also bent on provoking Jonathan. Jonathan felt like punching Hans in the face. The marriage between Jonathan and Clara is now toxic. There is no more connection. There is no more proper conversation between the husband and the wife. Each time they have any form of conversation, they end up slapping each other. This is not a good environment for these two people. At the end of the day, someone might say that divorce should be the best option because the both of them need their peace. Mama is now caught up with Jonathan manipulation and she's gradually trying to put it in Clara's daughter. This is not fair, but let's take it one after the other. After what happened on the last episode, on this episode, Clara's daughter ran to the mom and gave her a hug. And she was surprised. Is this not the same person that came to my office to insult me standing for the dad? And after the hug, she was like, what did you do that for? Why? And she started apologizing to the mom that she heard everything on how dad lied about everything, that she is very, very sorry. This is a child that loves the mom, that will always be ready to doing the right thing. And the mother immediately told her, listen, sit down, let me tell you something. I also understand that you are standing for your dad, and I am very happy. But listen, you need to always stand for the truth no matter what. If I'm wrong, scold me, all right? But always make sure that you stand by the truth. This is what a good mother should do, giving their children good advice so that they don't end up, doing the wrong thing. Because at this point, Clara's daughter was almost, being manipulated by the father. Because at this point, it will not be too far for us to see that Clara's daughter is about to be manipulated by the father, because he's almost succeeding in doing that to her. But then I am glad that she has also come back to her senses to understand that the father is not doing them any good. He's only trying to manipulate them to start believing him so he can have an opportunity to torture the mother. But the question I keep asking Jonathan is, what will you stand to gain from all the rubbish that you are doing? Because from this whole thing that is happening right now, you might end up losing your family. Jonathan was in the room when the wife entered and he immediately started, where are you coming from? As if he never knew that the wife was just downstairs or probably in the daughter's room. And she said, you have probably found a spot out there where you go to, have the stupid love talks and all that. The question is, why is Jonathan always very negative? He has never said anything positive about the wife. He always thinks that anytime that the wife is not around, she is probably cheating somewhere. This is the same woman that has always been loyal to you. In fact, Clara is one of the best women. If you lose this Clara, you will never find a woman like Clara ever again. And Clara was like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? And he went ahead to say, why are you answering that? I asked you a question. Don't move away from it. You are probably in my daughter's room trying to manipulate her. He has suddenly forgotten that he is the one manipulating the daughter. Jonathan doesn't even know what is coming for him. And the wife told him to his face, you better stop all this you are doing. You are the one manipulating everybody to start believing you so that they can hate me. Keep on doing it. And Jonathan stood up immediately and told the wife that I know you are sleeping with Hanks. You slept with him to give you money to open a restaurant. And you are still sleeping with him to keep the restaurant afloat. What is wrong with you? And the wife immediately slapped him and warned him not to embarrass her or try to tarnish her character. Look, what is even wrong with Jonathan? Can't you ever think of something different from, oh, your wife is sleeping with Hanks? You are not even seeing the side that Hanks is helping you. He actually covered for your house rent. Instead of you to be grateful, I know that it feels somehow as a man that your own fellow man is the one paying for your house rent and helping your family. But at some point, you need to be grateful that Hanks has helped you to actually acquire this whole thing. You held the wife, but the wife still insists. You better be very, very careful. I know that you are the man of this house. You maybe when you go out there, make money to start paying the bills in this house, then you will be the man. But for now, be very careful. If not, you are definitely going to end up in the street. Now, this is Clara getting upset. Jonathan is really doing a lot right now. You are trying to push Clara to the wall. And when Clara can no longer handle what you're doing, you won't be able to handle the outcome. So you better be very careful. Clara immediately ran to the kitchen to make breakfast. And the daughter was like, Mom, you need to be at the office. What are you doing? And she said, I have to take care of my family. I have people working for me. So I have to make breakfast and take care of my family. But then the daughter mentioned something to her. When she said, I'm going out with Debbie. She's taking me to a place that I can get something cheaper so that I can make more gains with my restaurant job and all that. And the daughter said, Mom, I have something to tell you. You can discard it if you want, if you think what I'm about to say is not necessary. But please, I want you to be conscious of your friendship with Debbie. And she went ahead to say, let's take it as a game of chess, that it is only the person that is outside that sees more than the person that is inside. Now, this is the second time that you are receiving something coming from people warning you against Debbie. Jonathan's friend once warned you about Debbie, and now your daughter is also mentioning it. If you don't take action now, you will have yourself to blame. Jonathan immediately ran to Emeka to tell Emeka that the wife slapped him in front of Hanks. The wife is always slapping him and all that, insulting him. And Emeka was like, your wife need to pay. You need to make your wife pay for slapping you and all that. How can you allow your wife to humiliate you like that? And Jonathan was like, I don't even know what to do. In fact, she doesn't even know my plans for her. I'm going to deal with her. That is you finding yourself with the wrong person. Once you surround yourself with the wrong people, you see yourself doing the wrong thing. And he started asking himself, how am I going to deal with this woman? You can imagine a woman that is the one taking care of your bills now is the same woman that you want to deal with. Somebody who has been very loyal to you. Clara has never done anything wrong, but Jonathan is always looking for a way to humiliate Clara. And Emeka told Jonathan to stop eating the wife's food. And Jonathan said, if I try that one, I'm going to die of starvation because my wife will not even care at all. She doesn't care. She's not that same woman anymore. If I eat, I eat. If I don't, it is none of her business. Remember that she's the one that is taking care of this house. Jonathan got to the office and Hans' secretary brought the food that he ordered from Clara's restaurant. Just a way of patronizing her. And when he got there, the secretary now said, oh sir, when I got there, Clara took her time, to actually prepare this for you. And Jonathan immediately started, I want you to stay away from my wife. What is wrong with you? Don't you understand? I want you to stay away from my wife. Is that too much to ask? And Han was like, what is your problem? I mean, staying away from your wife is not my problem. I can actually do that. Stop stop responding to her text message or replying her calls. And guess what? She's definitely going to find me. And if she eventually gets to this office, I can't promise you of what will happen. And Jonathan immediately got flame off. He wanted to punch him. I've warned you to stop talking to my wife. Stay away from her. Stay away from her. At this point, Jonathan has nothing to do. You can't do anything anymore. You cannot do anything anymore because you have actually rubbished yourself. Instead of you to actually pick up the pieces that you have, to see what you can do for yourself so that you'll be able to keep your family intact. All you want to do is to keep fighting when you know that you are never going to win. But then if you finally drive your wife into the hands of Hans will definitely open his arms to receive your wife and you definitely lose your family. But Mama is doing something that I don't understand. Why are you dragging Clara's daughter into this matter? Stop advising her to tell the mother to close the shop or close the restaurant rather. It is not in her place to do so. You people should at least cut this little girl some slack. I mean, she is being led wrongly. The father is trying to manipulate her. And you are also doing the same thing too. How can you tell her to tell the mother to close the shop so that and come and stay at home? That the husband can actually provide for them. Remember that the husband does not even have money. He just started a job that he has not even received even one time salary. So if she eventually closes that restaurant and come back home to stay, who is going to take care of the family? But according to her, in her own defense, even before she opened that restaurant, has your father not been providing for you and your mom? That is the question she's asking. Because you know that the husband has been providing for the family, but do you know the stress that Jonathan has to go through carrying block and doing menial jobs just to put food on their table? Is that not the reason why he started nagging in the first place? We should always learn to give good advice. According to her, she actually made a valid point at some point. She asked her, your mother might not have bad intention. Yes, she might not have bad intention, but what about Hanks? Can you say or speak of him? Because he might have a different intention while your mother's own is clean. We will get to find out about Hank's true intention on the next episode. Please like the video if you are not like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. I will bring the next episode as soon as it drop. But for now, take care.